As my favorite song from the 90s said, pump it up, it's time for Wrestlemania. What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller from the IGN PlayStation team, here to talk about WWE Legends of Wrestlemania. Finally, the living legends of the WWE franchise are coming to their own game thanks to THQ. There's 16 arenas, 40 superstars, and 4 managers trying to give you that nostalgic feel that we all remember from the late 80s, early 90s. The idea is to put these iconic characters into their own game and give them, their own sense of justice, but it really doesn't come together that way. Oddly, the game's presentation is one of the best things and one of the worst things about it. As far as the good, there's a lot of superstars here, Million Dollar Man, Jake the Snake, Hulk Hogan, and it throws back all these old fonts and presentation that you remember from the old WrestleManias, like the yellow text above a red line. The old arenas look cool. Caesar Palace is outside, so it makes sense, and the managers are in there, which is a nice touch. It's awesome to see Paul Bearer coming to ringside with an urn again, or Mr. Fuji at Yokozuna's side. There's also a ton of rare WrestleMania video in this game. Before every one of the rewrite, relive, or redefine matches, there's a little, summary video explaining the match and the feud, and it's got a whole bunch of exclusive content in there that you can't find anywhere else, and it looks really good.
Here it comes!
So that's all great, but then the presentation kind of takes a nosedive. Off the bat, I am not a fan of the art style whatsoever. THQ chose to give these guys action figure-like physiques, right? This isn't what they look like. King Kong Bundy was never this ripped. Hulk Hogan never had this much hair. They just look off and they don't look right. And I understand that they wanted to make them these, huge, iconic characters, but these guys were big enough as they were. I don't need to have this weird thing now where I look at it and go, wait, that's not them. We all know that wrestling fans like myself are nitpickers, and in this game where they're showing us all this historic footage, they need to actually come home and bring those details, and THQ did not deliver on that. On top of that, when you're having a ladder match, no matter what belt you're competing for, if you get up there and yank it down, you're pulling down the World Championship. It's clearly the world title, and then all of a sudden it'll jump to whatever belt you were actually fighting for in the next cutscene. That's not cool. Come on. Up next on my gripe list is the gameplay. Everyone's trying to appeal to that casual market right now, and this game is totally aimed at them. The controls for Wrestlemania are just one joystick and all the face buttons. That's right, 4 buttons control everything you can do in this game. It's strike, grapple, block, action. Period. That's it. Sometimes I feel like this actually complicates matters. I'd, all of a sudden start running when I didn't mean to. I'd have trouble climbing to the top turnbuckle, and picking up weapons was, sometimes hit or miss from underneath the ring. Even once the action gets going, it's kind of slow. Punching and grappling actually feels a lot like SmackDown vs. Raw, and it looks like it too. However, when you actually get these grapple moves going, you break down in this chain grapple system, which is basically a quick time event. I know classic WWE matches weren't known for blazing speed, but this just slows the process down and takes me out of it. Aside from controls, gameplay also stumbles when it comes to modes. Because these guys are already established, there's really no career mode to speak of. Instead, you get to rewrite, relive, or redefine matches from classic WrestleManias. As much as the controls didn't get me, reliving these matches and having to do specific things and make it look like it looked on TV was actually kind of fun.
Looking for the money, he's got it!
This is a wrestling game, so of course Create a Player is here. Once you create your legend, you can either take them into exhibition matches, which is like, whatever, or you can take them into Legend Killer mode, which is also, meh, whatever. If you have a SmackDown vs. Raw save from 2009, you can actually import the entire roster from that game into Legends, but in the end it's still not enough to save it. When I was done playing Legends, I really couldn't talk about why it needed to exist, you know what I mean? In the end, this is just SmackDown for a casual fan, but I don't even know if there's enough here to keep a casual fan interested. The controls aren't there really aren't that many great modes, and I don't know, there's just nothing really super unique or cool about this game. For my written ramblings, check out IGN.com.